So if you guys can't tell, they are trying really, really hard to get you to unload your position. Luckily, most of us have been around for a while. We understand what's happening. There's a little bit of manipulation that's going on in the market, trying to get people to act in an emotional way. And there has been something that has brought us down to these levels specifically that's happened repeatedly. And what's interesting is this is now actually flipping the opposite direction and may, in fact, be something that starts to lift price to the upside that we need to talk about. There was also this big news that came out about $6.5 billion worth of BTC that we need to have a discussion about because this is going to be fresh on people's minds. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So when we look at the ADA chart, the 1 hour chart specifically, it's not pretty. There's a lot of red. There are very few green candles here. There's actually 13 of them over the last 2 days. And really what we've been dealing with is just massive leverage liquidations across the crypto market. And unfortunately, they're long liquidations. So this is in fact moving price to the downside. Now, just as we're seeing this in terms of ADA, BTC is really making this happen in a big way. BTC with some ugly, ugly daily candles down 5%, down 2%, down 1.5%. I mean, this has really drug everything across crypto down. And what's interesting about this is that we have dealt with some of the most massive liquidations across the market we have seen in recent months. For example, $524 million worth of longs liquidated across the crypto market over the last 24 hours, over $600 million worth of longs liquidated the day before. So we're talking about almost $1.2 billion worth of liquidations in the past 2 days alone. So that unfortunately has been a big negative pressure on the crypto market and market makers. When you do get high concentrations of liquidity, of leverage liquidations, they like to move price into those ranges to liquidate those positions. And unfortunately, it's just been this snowball that's been kind of rolling downhill. Now, that being said, we have seen things flip the opposite way now. For example, when we take a look at the BTC the BTC leverage liquidation heat map, you guys can see that all this long leverage has really been cleared out in a big way, and BTC has started to kind of slow down here over the last, about 6-7 hours or so. And in fact, what's filled in above here? Bunch of short leverage, bunch of people betting against the market currently, anticipating prices going down further. We're seeing the same thing happen in terms of ADA. Again, long leverage, long leverage, long leverage, liquidated to the downside. And look at this huge, huge concentration of short leverage liquidations to the upside. ADA, frankly, can make a very quick and aggressive move to the upside. This isn't a guarantee. I'm not saying this is going to happen for sure. But again, we have to address this formation, right? We have our inverse head and shoulders almost playing out perfectly here. Again, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Don't be surprised if ADA does one of these, right? Now, again, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but we've seen this happen in terms of ADA as of late. We saw this actually back here right as the new year started. We had huge short leverage right up in between here, and then we saw ADA just basically rocket to the upside, right? Now, that being said, there was some news that actually hit the crypto market over the last 24 hours, and it's something that we need to at least monitor closely. And this was actually this news that the US government can now sell $6.5 billion in Silk Road Bitcoin before Trump enters office. Now, this isn't to spread, FUD or fear or anything like that. We just, again, need to have a discussion about this. So there was actually an approval or a federal judgment that came back on December 30th. So for whatever reason, this news, it's making its way around, 10, 11 days after this actual ruling took place. And what's interesting about this is now the Department of Justice can, in fact, sell the $6.5 billion worth of BTC accumulated by them. Now, at the time of filming this video, this is still sitting in the U.S. government wallet, $18 billion worth of assets there, $18.46 billion worth of BTC. So the question is why haven't they unloaded this yet? Why haven't they? Because they were the ones that were pushing to get the approval to sell, but yet the selling hasn't happened yet. Now, what's interesting about this is we have seen something like this before. In fact, when we look back all the way at July 4th and 5th, you guys remember the big flash crashes we dealt with across the crypto market? We actually saw BTC go on a pretty sizable drop at the time. We went from basically 62, 63K all the way down to 53. And understand that there was a lot that went into that. We dealt with big long leverage liquidations. We dealt with Mt. Gox distribution announcement. We dealt with minor capitulation. So it was kind of this snowball of just crap that really pushed the market down in a big way. So, do we have that same negative stuff floating around this time? Mm, Not really. We've already liquidated again a lot of the long positions. We don't really have minor capitulation right now. Mount Gox is pretty much done with their distributions. So there's not a whole lot to really, if we do get some selling, to really push us down in a big way. And that being said, when we did get this drop, basically by July 15th, we were higher in price. Okay. Just to give people a little bit of context. So again, it's something that we do need to monitor because now we're basically in 11 days of limbo. And why I'm saying this is, the Trump administration, the new incoming administration, they want to preserve the BTC that is currently held by the US government. The current administration apparently wants to go out in flames and try to mess as many things up as possible. It's why, and this isn't to get political or anything like that, but trying to push through a huge spending bill in the last 30 days, trying to unload this BTC. It's not a good look. Okay. So we're in basically 11 days of time where if there's no executive order signed, obviously in the meantime, we may see this BTC dumped in the market. If that does happen, could be a big opportunity for buying. Maybe this doesn't materialize at all. Maybe the market flips around. We start to see institutional buying again because we did get a dump day yesterday, and we start to see BTC and ADA and other assets start to go on nice runs to the upside. Again, don't sleep on this long leverage. It's a very positive sign. BTC trying to set in a nice inverse head and shoulders here as well. Again, the neckline is technically broken, so not sure if that'll play out, but just wanted to kind of make you guys aware of, what's really causing this negative sentiment in the market right now. Basically, it's a big nothing burger because long term, this won't stop mass adoption. It won't stop institutional adoption. We're still seeing this embrace from governments around the world. Eventually, the US government will have that same kind of embrace, in 11 days. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think this $6.5 billion worth of BTC will actually get dumped on the market? Is this, Fugazi? Is it nothing? Appreciate you guys as always. Have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.